Yo, what's going on, y'all? This is Marcus Rosa, a.k.a. Mazuma TV, back at y'all with some more boxing talk, man. I hope everybody's having a blessed, beautiful, positive, productive day. I'm just chilling. I figured I'd tap in with y'all real quick to discuss this topic because I had a few people reach out to me and wanted to know what my opinions was on this situation. You feel what I'm saying? This is going to be crazy for me to talk about, in all honesty. You know what I'm saying? But, let's get into it. Let's get into it, man. So, let's really talk about this Floyd Mayweather situation. You feel what I mean? Because when you break everything down, it is kind of wild. And let me just say this up front. You feel what I mean? I just want to establish this off the rip. I know this isn't strictly boxing talk and it dips into personal life, but I'm speaking on it because Floyd isn't just some retired fighter. He's not a regular person in the sport of boxing. He's one of the most influential figures this sport has ever seen, especially of this last era or so. You see what I'm saying? Someone a lot of young fighters idolize and study like he's the blueprint. A lot of people sign with Floyd just off of the strength of his name. So if there's something to learn from this, it's worth discussing whether every detail in that article ends up being true or not. I heard Floyd suing them for defamation, but they standing by, their reports. You see what I'm saying? So anyways, this is a man who literally bragged about having $100 million check and not even cashing it yet. A man who built his entire persona, especially in the second half of his career, off of money, Mayweather, having private jets, mansions, luxury cars, jewelry, always telling the world that he's set for life. But according to this Business Insider report, behind all that shine that he's been showing for 20 plus years, there's talks of massive loans, cross-collateralized debt that puts multiple properties at risk, possible foreclosures, liens, unpaid bills, lawsuits over appearances and business deals, and ventures that didn't hit like they were supposed to. Owing like companies money for jet fuel, all types of stuff. Now, of course, this team denies a lot of it from what I heard, from what I've read actually, and they say that he's fine financially, and that's the case, cool. That might be true. But regardless of which side you believe, the conversation still matters at the end of the day because the lessons are very much real. And Floyd wouldn't be the first or the last one to experience this, especially in the sport of boxing. Financially, future fighters need to understand that lifestyle without discipline will catch up. You see what I mean? Debt in itself can make you look powerful while it quietly puts everything you own at risk. You see what I'm saying? And being great in the ring doesn't automatically make you great with money or business. We've seen Holyfield deal with it. Mike Tyson, Ali, the list goes on and on and on. And then there's the character side too. You see what I'm saying? Let's talk about it. Over the years, Floyd Mayweather has faced a lot of criticism, especially from myself and the black community for some of the stances he's taken, like defending Gucci during the blackface sweater controversy, defending people who were being called out for racism like Donald Sterling and things of that nature, and distancing himself from folks who were there from him early and basically made him who he was from a business aspect, like Leonard Ellerbe and Al Heyman. And when you position yourself as a leader, when your community supports you, you just can't fuck around and turn your back on them when it's convenient and then expect that same love when things get shaky. You see what I mean? And I'm not saying that he's doing that right now, like going back to his community, but eventually, it might go that way, if he has to return to boxing. So every young fighter watching this, learn from every angle. Build real wealth, not Instagram wealth. Fuck all that internet shit, bro. Live below your means even when you're making millions of dollars. Don't just trust your guys. Hire real financial advisors that come from established institutions, accountants, and lawyers who are qualified for the job. Invest in things that will grow, not just things that shine. You see what I'm saying? Everything that glitter ain't gold. Anyway, make sure you're stacking retirement money, not just spending fight money. You know what I'm saying? Own assets outright instead of constantly leveraging them. Just because you have $1 million don't mean you have to spend. You have $1 million to spend. And most importantly, protect your name, your integrity, and the people who helped you get there. You see what I mean? You can't just be with these guys since the early 2000s and turn your back on them. And, you know what I mean? Think beyond today. Think beyond the next fight. Think about life after boxing because your career is temporary, but your life is much longer than that. This is just a small fraction of your life. And if something like this could even be a conversation around Floyd Mayweather, someone who made hundreds of millions of dollars, they say he touched $1 billion. You better believe it could happen to anyone who isn't disciplined with their money and their character overall. So that's my whole take on this whole situation, man. I hope this, conversation about Floyd isn't real, but we've been hearing about this for years. And like they say, man, where there's smoke, there's fire. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Do y'all subscribe? Do y'all stand by this article? Do y'all subscribe to what they're saying? Or is it cap? Do you believe Floyd isn't doing as well as he says he is? Or is he doing well and they just hating? Let me know in the comments below, man. This is Marcus Rosa, a.k.a. Mazuma TV, signing out. I'll holler at y'all, man. Happy New Year's. I'm up out of here, man. Peace.